What's up, boys? Today we're going to be speedrunning and seeing how much time we can shave off of these normally about 1 hour runs. We're going to try out the interrogator here. I wanted a class mod that's pretty strong and also has a good starter weapon. So I was thinking either interrogator or heavy gunner with the thunderhead would be pretty good. We'll take some status damage here. And I decided to go with the interrogator since he usually has the easiest time with the shellbacks I've found early on, and I think his AoE damage will be a bit more consistent. Sometimes the thunderhead will just fire at weird angles and you'll have to run all over the place trying to fix that up. We probably do want a lot of weapon levels. I think I'm going to be leaving a decent amount of resources behind since once the elites come out, I'm just going to instantly start trying to maximize my damage on them. So we're probably going to be leaving a good amount of resources behind. And because of that, I think we're going to need a lot of weapon levels in order to get some decent overclocks. For weapons, I normally really like the cryo cannon on the interrogator, but I think it does take a while to get going. And you also need a specific overclock, the burning effect, to make it have pretty good damage, so I think that one's actually out. The Krakatoa Sentinels would be very good. These are awful, wow. I guess we could take a gold scanner. The grenade's okay, but I think ideally we would get some decent beam weapons here. I guess. Hopefully we get the correct overclock pretty quickly. Don't really have a lot of gold left over here. I was gonna say the Krakatoa Sentinels would be very good. Those have excellent single target damage. We'll need a lot of status damage.
Swarm detected. Lock up and get ready.
Sludge pump should be pretty good. We'll take some movements here. And then what else? The wave cooker can have some pretty nice area. We'll take the potency here, I think.
This one makes me want to be a better
That's probably the highest damage out of those right now. Both reload. Let's see if we can get an overclock over there pretty soon. Yeah, don't know if the gold scanner is going to be great here. We're not really going to be mining a bunch of stuff since the elites are about to come out, and then I'm going to be focusing on maximizing my damage by trying to keep the beam on them as long as possible. Oh yeah, they also go in different directions, so that's going to make it kind of hard to even hit with a cryo cannon there, since I'm going to need to maximize the flamethrower's damage. We can keep the detonators alive a bit longer here, then they can help me with some elite damage. Here you go, 2 flyers. I think it is easy to bring those into the detonators. Although, maximizing the flamethrower at the same time. Let's get some decent pickup. And then try and maximize the flamethrowers. Yeah, I don't think the cryo cannon is very good here. Oh well. We'll take some reload on it since we do need the overclocks. And then potency out of these. These are just not great. I'll take a bit of lifetime. Okay, crack sentinels. Those will be helpful for single target. Let's try and get a bit of XP here. And then sprint towards the thing. I'll take damage there. We're instantly going for the drop pod. Potency. and then reload for that. Oh, there was a status, oh well. We'll take a crack sentinel level. I think that's probably my best bet for good single target damage now. Some potency, reload, and then +1 beam's fantastic. That doubles their short range damage. And then we're not going to have as much stuff for the shop. Some movement to help me get more resources might be nice. Paint job, since we're going to be limited on levels, I'll take the reload, I think. Those are pretty expensive. Crack sentinel level and status damage is very nice. That gets me an overclock at least. Okay, nice. I think we're having pretty good luck on some of this stuff. Let's see, I can only get one of these, and I think reload is better than damage on it. And then maybe some decent survivability, since we're going to be playing pretty fast and risky, excuse me. So I'm going to be taking quite a few hits, I think, at some points. And also need to prioritize the quest objectives pretty quickly. Yeah, we hit the cryocannon overclock I needed very quickly, and you're not even guaranteed to get that on the cryocannon. Sometimes you go entire runs without getting the most important balanced overclock for it. And then we also got the huge damage overclock for the crack sentinels. So I think that's a solid start. Let's go reload here. And then we're actually just looking for the big damage overclocks here, not really looking for the scanners. But if there's nothing great, they can give me a little bit of resources. Oh, weapon box would actually be fantastic, since the free weapon starts at level 6 with a guaranteed overclock. And it sets you up for the reload speed stuff later on. Divers is pretty solid damage stats. I think I will grab that. Let's go status here. And then wave cooker, that's a solid 4th weapon. I doubt I'll get it up to level 18, but maybe.
Big swoon detected. Buggerman, get ready.
You can still get very nice damage if you can get the balanced overclock for the 100% potency on it.
Objective completed.
The elites are coming out soon, so we might need, or we might want to hang around where a bunch of turrets are already set up, since that will give me a lot of extra single target damage. If I can kite around those. Potency. Here we go, a shellback. We'll take the reload here, and then probably the level here. If we can pull him on top of a bunch of turrets that are already set up, it'll be a nice boost of damage here. Yeah, he's getting kind of melted. There's some gold over there that I might want to go for. Shellback's dead, and then we can probably kite the slasher a bit if I want to. +1 beams is solid. I think I'm just going to go for the drop pod here. Weapon range, sure. Potency, that's nice.
Stage 2 completed. Taking you closer to your target.
Lifetime is quite good for the sentinels, so I will grab that. Paint job on the top weapon. Let's go for the reload speed, a little bit of damage when they explode, and probably just pump the levels on that, to be honest. Lifetime's actually great for the turret as well. I don't really know why I rerolled there. I could save that. It's pretty solid with a +1 beams legendary on it. Probably my second highest damage weapon currently.
Get to it, miner.
Oh yeah, the mining turrets for the crack sentinels probably would have been the best second overclock I could have gotten. With the gold scanner I was kind of forced into.
We got a swarm incoming.
But I think that might actually be the other highest damage overclock I could have gotten there. Ooh, big beam damage. Actually, that's probably not that helpful on Interrogator, to be honest. Oh well.
Clear it out.
Crit chance or reloads. I'm gonna hope that that's worth it, since it's applying to 4 different weapons. But it doesn't apply to the status effect, so I'm not sure if it is.
Big swarm detected. Buggerman, get ready.
Decent fire and potency should be pretty good. Gold tipped is okay. It does work with the gold scanner to give me some decent extra damage. But I'm just going to be mining a lot less with the speedrunning. Reload damage. I'll take the level here, I think. Reload fire. That should apply to almost everything. I'm not sure the level 18 on the turrets actually helps me that much. Just causes them to leave a little fire puddle underneath when they expire. Another 2 mushrooms for that quest, but the elites are already out. Looks like there's one up there. We can take some lifetime for the turrets. And we need one more. Let's go potency here. Oh, there's one down here on the minimap, it looks like. And then we try and pull everything through the turrets. They'll do massive damage at close range with the double beams. I guess we will try that.
Drop pod has arrived. Get there before
Damage, global damage is probably the highest one here. Grab a little bit of XP, some luck, and head straight back to the drop pod.
Stage 3 completed. Remember to mine for minerals as you progress deeper.
Grab our potency, some lifetime potency. I think I will grab a lot of beam, lifetime, and reload now for the turrets. Grab that. A little bit of mining speed should actually go a long ways here with the gold scanner. And how much I have to leave behind.
Get it done, miner.
More reload for our best weapon.
Big swarm detected. Buggerman, get ready.
Honestly, let me turn damage numbers off if I'm trying to focus as hard as possible. Makes it a lot easier to see when there's a lot of enemies nearby, especially for a damage over time build. Let's grab the potency there.
Objective completed.
have 16 nitra so far for this level, 1 reroll.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
Must all be hiding on the other side of the map. Let's take the decent lifetime here, I think. And then these are pretty bad. Sugar Cube isn't terrible, but it doesn't really help me do damage. Nitra Scanner is actually pretty good, so is the Magnet. Let's go Nitra since I'm so light on that. And more overclocks would be very helpful, I feel. Potency. See if we can find some of the Nitra that's hiding right before the end. Reload into an overclock. We can grab the massive potency there. One elite's up here. Oh, I should probably stick around my turrets. Here's the other. Try and get the flamethrower on the Praetorian since they are tankier. And we end with 3 Nitra. Sick. Reload is better than damage, I think. Weapon range into the level 18, so we can have that explode on death, leaving a puddle of fire. So we have just gold. Honestly, I'm down for a bit of survivability, some nice lifetime. Don't want to lock any of these. Reload's not bad, but we can do better with the beam reload upgrades. Those are a bit more efficient, and they still apply to all 4 weapons. And then, actually, I guess I should go for the eggs and break those out instantly. That's enough nitra that I'm not going to pass it up. I should probably grab the quest and any big resource veins on the way, I guess. I'll do 2 loot bugs at the same time. What would you do if you had a lot of money? 2 loot bugs at the same time, man. I actually can't find the eggs when I'm looking for them.
Exemplary work. You achieved your objective in a record time.
We need 3 more, it looks like. Oh, here's 2. Then we just need to break them out. We can pull them along with us and just AoE them down. Yeah, it might not be completely optimal, but I think my damage does scale pretty well if we can get some nice potency and status damage upgrades. Reload speed is also quite nice for the turrets. Let's go... I have the best overclock on that. I could increase the width, but I think this will help me more with bosses. I'm okay with the magnets. I am leaving a lot behind, and I've been skipping pickup to maximize my damage, so I think it's solid. Decent status damage. We need to find the final elite egg to break them out earlier. Or is that it? I thought that was the Dreadnought over here? Yeah, it is. Oh, he's actually vulnerable. Okay. We can break him out then. I think the twins are actually quite a bit worse for me. Guess we... Well, no, I'm actually messing the ranged one up more. The turret should be hitting the melee one a lot more. So I should be free to focus the ranged one with my flamethrower and all. I guess if we can just keep them constantly running in this little circular area, then the turret should always be hitting at least one of the bosses. We need some more on the melee now. Let's go potency here, I think, is our biggest damage. Okay, they're low enough, I think they don't heal anymore here. We can actually just kill one of them to make it a bit easier. And then the other one isn't too much of a threat at that point. A lot of detonators surrounding me could be, though. Sure. Grab our company magnet and sprint back into the pod. Let's take the level here, maybe? I would love to have the increased width on the wave cooker. Paint job into an overclock. We can grab another beam, sure. And then we can grab an overclock there as well. +1 beam. Some nice movement. And then I can grab lifetime and pickup.
You know the drill, miner. Fulfill your objectives. Let's get out of here.
We can stand on top of him so that all the beams damage him at the same time, and then we got some nice fire damage.
Swim's heading your way. Load up. Got a blocked landing site for the supply pod. Get it cleared out, miner.
I was hoping those detonators would get a bit closer to help finish those off. We'll take the reload here, I think.
The scavengers lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
Reload on the turrets is one of my best stats since that fully affects everything they do. Don't love any of these, but we have no nitro left. This is hard enough to use that I think I'm just going to take the decent survivability increase here to allow me to play even more risky and absorb a few more mistakes maybe.
The scavengers lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
So we've got the elites out, enough flowers to finish here. I'll just pull them into where their turrets are set up, try to keep the flamethrower beams on them. I will let them get on top of each other so I can AoE them at the same time. Then, I don't love any of these. Probably a bit more mining speed.
Quota satisfied. The drop pod is arriving. Get moving. It won't hang around.
Weapon range for the wave cooker.
Elite never stood a chance. I will see to it there
We'll
is a beer in
take
the
a
house when you make it
damage for the level. It's all damage anyways. Big paint job if I want to go for the extra beams on that. I don't think that's super helpful. We'll take that. That's almost out of nitro. Let's hold that, I think. Luck I will take. Nice fire and that. and then I guess we'll just grab that.
Try this out. There's work to be done. Up and at 'em, miner. Wonder what slump they're serving in the campaign. The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming. Swarm detected. Get ready. We'll be with you shortly.
Oh, there's some resources over there. Status or lifetime? I think this is probably better since it works on everything. Lifetime is mainly helping out just the turrets. Everything else should be over 90% uptime now since we've been getting quite a bit of reload in lifetime. Nope. Energy bars, great damage, going to be pretty squishy.
Big swarm detected. Lock up and get ready. Exemplary work. You've achieved your objective.
Potency.
This makes my whole life better. The dwarf is not great. Crawl back to hell. Let's show them some fire.
Oh yeah, try and maximize the damage on the elites. Let's see if I can stop the shellback where I have a bit of room to move around. Then we can kite around the turrets that are already set up, and should be able to finish them off pretty quickly now.
Quota satisfied. The drop pod is arriving.
Status damage.
Won't hang around.
Please don't freeze them.
That elite never stood a chance. I will see to it there is a beer on the house when you make it back. If you make it back.
Weapon range for the turrets, global damage. I should probably grab that with how squishy I am now. Nah, I'll take potency for that. I don't know if I can really buy a whole lot else, so we'll just grab it then.
This is a simple mining mission. Get it done, miner. Only danger and darkness away. A swarm is heading your way. Load
We'll
up.
take the reload to maximize my damage, I think. Since I'm mostly trying to kite elites into my turrets. We have nice gold or nitra. I think I've been more limited by nitra here. Although I think the gold upgrades are more effective since they typically affect a lot more weapons. We've got status damage, fire plus potency, reload, and lifetime that are all pretty solid there. Nitro powder's okay. Mocap is going to be very hard to use with the energy bars. Normally I think it's pretty good. I honestly think we have pretty good artifacts. I'm not sure we can do a whole lot better than that with one reroll. We'll take a bit of damage, I guess. Actually, the level 18 overclock for the flamethrower adds more damage than the cryo cannon. So if I can get a bit more onto that, I think that'll be a bit better overall. Potency into an overclock. Increased beam width, nice, I love that one for extra area. And we have the elites, so try and pull them through where the turrets are set up. And then keep the beams on both if I can. And they should absolutely melt with our damage artifacts, which are pretty high. Oh, that guy was hiding. I was like, where's the green line? That's a lot of resources. Let's take like 10 seconds over here, I guess. We have potency for that.
That elite never stood a chance. I will see to it there is a beer on the house when you make it back. If you make it back.
Bunch of reload. I'll take the global damage. Potency's good. Can't afford that now anyways. Some lifetime. Global damage, bit of range since we're light on nitra. Need to finish off my gold spending.
There's beasties to shoot and work to be done. Get to it, miner.
After this, I'm taking the longest shower. Fix the core of livid stink. And I'm getting so drunk.
Supply pod ready for insertion. The drop point is too rocky, so please clear it out.
I'm gonna kill you all. That's all you got, you slippery shit.
There we go. Prepare for impact.
Pay to win. It's kind of hard to use unless you get it on the final floor. I think I'm just gonna reroll this, see if we get anything better, like pickled nitra.
I'm a new dwarf.
That's a decent damage boost. Grab some more potency for the cracked sense.
The swarm's heading your way. Load up. Big swarm to take on. Backup and ready.
Yeah, the beam width wave cooker is so nice.
Swarm incoming.
Elites are out. Time to pull them through the turrets if I can. Okay, we can outrange that guy a bit. And he's gone.
Objective completed.
Decent
miner.
fire
Get
damage.
the drop pod before it heads back to orbit.
Suck on this, you freaking danger.
That elite never stood a chance.
Oops, my company magnets.
Beer on the house when you
Thought it usually spawned a bit closer than that. Some global damage. We can get that pretty close to 18.
Now it's my
Might be
favorite.
doable.
What else we got?
I guess reload speed for it.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go with the beams, probably. I think the weapon range actually makes it easier to keep them inside of it.
Let me try again.
Late for luck. I'll take some movement so that I can stay closer to position my beams while still being able to move out of range of their attacks, I think. Having proper beam positioning can increase your single target damage quite a bit. I would like to get a lot of resources here since we have gold tipped and pickled nitra giving massive global damage. But I am also trying to get all the eggs on the way. Looks like there's one regular elite left somewhere, so that shouldn't be active yet. I think, since the first egg isn't crossed off, but I don't see it. You can go for the artifact anyways. Bit of potency. Ancient is actually the best here, I think. Decent reloads, lifetime. I guess I'm gonna take the XP and keep the gold tip damage. Status is probably the best there. Oh, he is active. That egg isn't... Maybe that's the elite enemy? Who isn't dead yet? Not exactly sure there. I don't typically break the boss out super early and try to kill him instantly. And there we go, massive damage artifacts kind of shred him.
Objective completed. Drop pod has arrived. Get there before the timer runs out. The drop pod is not going to hang around. Very well done, my
And here we go, all done. I think we had a pretty nice run for the overclocks and the artifacts as well. We got the highest damage turret overclock right away. We got the highest damage cryo cannon overclock right away. And I wasn't sure on that, but if you get that instantly at level 6, I think it's probably still worth it. We got the highest damage wave cooker right away and some extra area for it. We got the divers pretty early, the gold tipped pretty early, then energy bars and pickled nitra towards the end. Those four were quite strong. The gold scanner ended up being decent, and the nitra scanner was okay, I think. I don't know that the pretzel helped, since I took like one big hit, but that was at full HP, so it wasn't doing anything. Let's see, we had about 116 million burn damage, I think, across all four weapons doing burning, since we had the overclock on the cryo cannon. Let's see, 2859. So we did about half of the average time for a 10-stage dive, I think. Or I guess that's about the video length, 1 hour. So the actual in-game time would be quite a bit less than that, but still quite a bit faster than normal. Pretty smooth even though we left a lot of resources behind. And I think Interrogator was solid for that, but Heavy Gunner would also work pretty well. They do have the movement speed penalty though. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.